I wanted to take this segment. Some people have emailed me and messaged me, and I want to thank a lot of my friends. My buddy Eric Aramita, first of all, good friend of mine. You probably know him. He's nationally known from Love It or List It. He was in the hospital for quite some time, and many of us here in Staten Island, New York, and across the country were praying for him. Thank God. Our prayers were answered, and our good buddy is out. And hopefully one day we can get him on here and talk about all the great things going on with him. Mary Russo's tuned in almost every day. Helen Tamari. And my good friend Carla Giassi celebrates her 29th birthday today. So congrats. Happy birthday to Carla. Now, this maybe not be the most appealing thing to you because people don't really understand it. But I've talked about how my whole career has been focused on the behavior of short selling, looking for overvalued situations. People are constantly emailing me, should I buy now? What should I buy? And everything else. The real bottom of this pandemic market was about 18,000 on the Dow. As it stands today, we're in $23,000, $24,000 range, give or take. To me, it's grossly overinflated. There are no metrics that I have seen in my career that tell me that stocks should go higher from here, other than a complete and total obliteration of this pandemic. The COVID-19 is gone. We have hey, everyone go back to 100% capacity, hire everyone back. That's not happening for a while, no matter who you blame for it. And people, if you go in the social media sphere, you see people saying, oh, the left wing doesn't want us to go back. They want more people to die. And the right wing says, well, we want banks to claim, states to claim bankruptcy. To me, there's a lot of hogwash in there. The facts are the facts. This is going to be a staged reopening, and the stages are going to be 25% occupancy, 50% occupancy. You got major employers seeing that their companies operate with most of their people, if not all of their people at home. So many, many big companies who are big commercial real estate holders are going to reimagine their real estate footprint, and they're going to embrace technologies, enhanced technologies where people can work remotely, safe, secure, and clean, but not have to bring all the same amount of people into the actual brick and mortar place. Malls are dead, okay? But the one place where I can assure you, unless the government opens up the doors to the Treasury and says to the airlines, take whatever you want, airlines are in some significant trouble. Now, you don't really read articles that talk about short selling and how beneficial it could be if you do your right research. Yesterday, CNBC, I was shocked when I saw this, okay? Take a look at this. Here's a little story that was on CNBC.com yesterday talking about short selling. So you may want to think about it, okay? According to S3 Partners, short sellers made $188 million in mark-to-market profits in Monday's session, led by United, American, Delta, and Southwest. And many of this was caused because Warren Buffett, one of the most famous American investors of all times, said that he made a mistake on the airlines and he's completely divested. He sold all of Berkshire's shares. So just for a point of interest, in a market that's really scary, short sellers made $188 million on Monday, okay? How did that break down, you may ask? Is it just a couple of airlines or just a few of the airlines? Take a look at this chart, and it'll show you that across the board, revenues are down, okay? And if you look at some of the stocks that short sellers have really been focused on, American Airlines, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, Southwest, JetBlue, Allegiant, Spirit, Alaska, Hawaiian, SkyWest, and Mesa, okay? Year to date, that's from January till now, if you were short these stocks from the beginning of January, you were up 91%, okay? Somehow or another, that's an average, okay? And the daily mark-to-market from one day over day on how much stocks were down in this sector of 10 airlines, they were down 6.5%, the mean of all the airlines. So you got to really, if you want to start understanding, email me anytime. Short selling is a place where you can really make some money, but you got to understand what you're doing. And there's no end in sight. It's not like, oh, next month they're going to reopen and everybody's going to start flying again. People are scared to death of flying. And according to Warren Buffett himself, the Oracle of Omaha, he said exactly this. We should see continued short selling in American Airlines, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, and a resumption of shorting in Southwest, LUV. He wrote this in a blog post on Monday. Shorts who are already deep in the money should let their profits run as long as the airline stocks trend downward. If prices start to rebound, we can expect a quick rush to cover some of their short exposure in order to realize their mark-to-market profit. So he's saying, don't think just because I'm out, that's the end of it. There's a lot more to go. The market's a forward-looking vehicle. So if you're invested in these stocks, I would really think about getting out. Do your own homework. But for the foreseeable future, they're not going up. And if you want to learn a little more on how you can take advantage of stocks going down and actually make money off of it, email me anytime. My email's flashed up during the show. I'm always available. And you can email me right there at apex@liquidlunchtv.com. And finally, for those of you thinking, well, JT, maybe shorting airlines is big right now because it's a pandemic and blah, 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 blah. Even before Warren Buffett started shorting the airlines, okay, shorting the airline industry this year, has paid off in a big way, with the entire sector delivering $4.13 billion in net of financing mark-to-market profits. It's almost a double since the beginning of 2020. And when I say double, that's that 91%. It's just under a double. So lots to learn, lots to know. I'd stay away from airline stocks. And if you want to hit the reset button and learn a new way to try to make money off of finding things that are overvalued, email me anytime. My email's right down there. I'm happy to guide you through it. I'm going to be doing a webinar next week with my good friend Joe Hagan, and we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting ways to invest in a time of a pandemic. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to you right after this with Jennifer Bork-Cuevas.